I am mostly composed now. Oh, that was just so unbelievably beautiful. I just can't even. From her design, to the fight, to the arena, to the nods, to the other light stuff that we'd seen in the game, to the lines and the dialogue from all of our allies. Oh my gosh, that Alphino line before you go in with trust. Just unbelievably truthful and so meaningful and so unbelievable. And everything after that, with everything we know about Vina, and the part where you say her name and you're sure it's like the first time she's heard her own name in centuries, and she starts to cry, and I was crying, and it's just crying forever, and Answers in the background, and that beautiful new piece of music that's like Vina's personal song to us, just mess me up. That was unbelievable, and it's not even the ending of the game yet. It's like, how is that not the finale of this dumb game? It's not a dumb game. I'm saying that with affection in my heart because I'm mad at how much it's made me feel over the years. I'm not mad, I'm grateful. I'm just feeling a lot of things right now. They have just continued to push their storytelling and the depth of the narrative they want to tell and craft this into something that is just so unparalleled and so special. It's so special. I know not everybody's gonna love every game. There's so many reasons for it, but I wish I could share this game with everyone. I know I've recommended it to people in the past who tried and really didn't get into it, and that was absolutely their judgment call to make, but at the same time, it's like, gosh, I just want everyone to get to this in the game. I want them to get through Shadowbringers. I want them to get through, gosh, even just Heavensward. I want them to get through everything because I have never been so moved by an MMO. And like, this goes right up there with any actual single player game that has ever moved me. It is at the absolute top. I'm just so happy that they took that risk, you know? And they turned what was a failure into such a massive success. And you think about all these other themes and things, right? Like, we keep moving, nothing's ever perfect, we keep going, like, in so many levels and on so many levels, that message means so much within Final Fantasy. But even just the fact that there was a point where they literally said, like, this world will die. And Yoshida-san said, no, we need to remake it. We need to keep it alive, but we need to forge a new future for it. And that is the most absolute surface level connection when you look at all these themes and everything. But I am so grateful that in that moment he chose hope and hard work, and to the team that made it happen, and to the other people who supported that decision, and to every player who's come to this game and tried it and given it a fair shake and hung in there and gets to take this journey with us and has led to the direct support of this game. I mean, you know, it's just like, and to getting to meet all of you and doing all of this, I know I've said it, and I've said it before in other things too, and at the start of this, but to be connected to something like this and to get to experience it when it happened with all of you is something I will remember for the rest of my life, as are the words in this game and voice acted and sung and brought to life and embodied in the fights and mechanics. It's something that we will all carry with us wherever our adventures lead us. And I'm so glad that they chose this message at this time and had the people to realize it in a way that is so affecting. I have to keep going. Otherwise, I'd just sit with this for like 2 days, but I've already had 2 spoilers given to me in the last couple days. Thankfully, nothing that's massive beyond this point or anything like that, so like, but I was like, I knew I needed to finish it today, and I mean, I wanted to. Okay. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. Oh my gosh, and they're doing answers again. You gotta stop. I am glad to see you well. Though we could roughly place your souls deep as you went, we could neither see nor hear you. The fluctuations in your ether near the end gave me quite a fright. What in the world happened? She's gone. She's earned it. She never put down her sword until it was time for her, you know? She didn't give up, but she has returned to the sea. And that's no small blessing, you know? You mean to say Hydaelyn is... No, there's no time to feel our feelings. Living way truer words have never been spoken. We need to get in a spaceship and fly to the edge of the universe to confront the source of all universal depression. We must carry out Hydaelyn's will without delay. We'll find Meteon if it's the last thing we do. If you wouldn't mind handing over the crystal, that is. The fancy navigatory one. I'm gonna cry again. Gotta stop playing this piano arrangement of answers. To the edge of the universe, where congregates the despair of countless stars. You are determined to see this through. We are. Should words fail us, we will fight to the bitter end. I know that it pains you to accept this. Would that I need ask nothing more of you. Yet we have only two means to travel the great expanse, the moon and Sharlayan's ark. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus. But I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. Oh, thank you. Thank God the answers music is gone. Fighting back tears every single moment that that's still playing in the background to give me sweet silence. The forum's decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit. And I could not rescind it, even if I wanted to. As it happens, I do not, and would do all within my power to aid your cause. Oh, I'm happy they made up. With that settled, might I suggest you rest a while? Proving oneself to Hydaelyn is never easy, and despite our unparalleled genius, we'll need a day to make the necessary calculations. You may as well take advantage of it. You can chart a course through the sea of stars in a single day. Ye gods. Shall we head above ground for some fresh air then? And perhaps a nap. A drink! And then a nap. Or nap then drink. We can do any order. And then you can all hold me while I cry on you some more. And then another nap, probably. I'm gonna need it after all that crying. Speaking of which, I should hydrate. People kept telling me you're gonna need to drink water to hydrate for all the tears you're spending, and I was like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, sure. And now here I am like... And that's where we're at currently. So... Okay, we got to go this way. Oh, how far this way we going? Oh, just back to Baldessian, okay. I see, they brought us up top next to where we would have come up from Labyrinthos, canonically. Because nobody's a bigger lore nerd than the actual creators of Final Fantasy XIV. They love them some immersion and continuity. The fact that her song is what's playing in Sharlayan, where she entrusted this other plan and her hopes and... You know that meme? Some of you may. This is it's kind of an obscure meme, but it's this meme where it was like this commercial role and there's this really old woman who goes, "Honey, you got a big storm coming." That is what I feel like when I didn't actually hold a physical copy in my hands, although my collector's edition did arrive eventually, right? But in a theoretical sense, in a metaphorical sense, as I sat there holding Endwalker in front of me like, boy, the adventures I'm about to have. I feel like that meme should have just flashed up before I even started. That was like, honey, you got a big storm coming. Aha! I've been expecting you. I heard about your foray into the ethereal sea. The students have ventured far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea, dizziness, hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep. And if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our records. We really just got sleep? Is that what's happening? I mean, yeah, it seems like it. I like have time in our bedchamber to talk to people. In an innocent, chill way. Like, you know, friendship, and we have snacks and burgers. Remember that time we had burgers? I told Bebop I wanted more Indian food for dinner tonight, but now I just want more burgers. Sorry, I'm gonna be quiet now. We're sleeping. I shouldn't wake us up. I wish I had taken my clothes off, though. That's a very uncomfortable ensemble to sleep in. Or that they gave us a prompt that said, like, do you want to change into pajamas? Doesn't matter again, doesn't matter. Are we gonna have a dream about being on Zen? Is Heinlein gonna talk to us? The sea? The ethereal sea?
There you are.
Emmett?
Time, indeed.
No.
Yes. For you, at least.
Hythlodeus? Why is Amarant music?
Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead.
That drawl.
Well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder.
Hythlodeus and Emmett! I think that might have been Hythlodeus. Bad.
Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
Oh, please let my boyfriends come back. Please. I do just want to say that when I came out of this room, Bebop was like, so is Heidelin like your mom or your girlfriend? And I was like, both? No, girlfriend. And Bebop was like, so wait, so like Heidelin's everybody else's mom, but your girlfriend? And I was like, yes. But now she's gone. The moon's gone? What? Did they move it to chart a course? Did Xenos get his nasty little grubby hands on it? Okay, that sounded like Hythlodeus, I think. But I also couldn't tell at first if it was just like a very chillaxed Emmett Selk, but Emmett has a much more pronounced drawl. I was also way too excited, so sometimes in the moment my ears stop working so good. But the bubbles and like the Almarat music and Heidelin giving us his tone that would bring... No. I already been down this road. And I told myself that and I'm gonna tell myself now, no. They've given me everything else I would have ever wanted in this expansion, but I cannot expect that much. That might be too much even for them. It's fine. It's fine. Did you give them faces though? No. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A great many of the helping hands that delivered the adamantite are still here in Sharlayan, and I for one couldn't be happier. Between the ether burner to be refurbished, supplies to be transported, and meals to prepare, we need all the assistance we can get. Even Lord Amanalain has been doing his part, albeit at a snail's pace. Still, it's the thought that counts, but a bit more effort wouldn't go amiss. Valka, I trust you've had a good rest. An envoy of Master Fortuneau's arrived not long ago with a message. The Lobberits have determined Meteon's location. We've been asked to gather at the rostra. I'll meet you there along with the others. But why wasn't the moon in the window? Was it because they shifted it? I don't know. I don't know. All my speculation. For all my speculation. Very little of it came true. I mean, honestly, okay. A good amount, I think, is reinforced. Most, actually. But some of the twists and turns that they put in were just so incredible. Some of it was like, if this were my wildest speculation, I would say, but there's no way, right? Like going back to the time of the ancients, right? I have been yelling about that forever, but I never actually expected them to do it. Let alone any of this other stuff that's happened. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that's just completely, no one would know. Nobody would know, you know? It's new ideas they introduced in, it's additional stuff, it's wild twist, plot, characters we didn't even know about, or barely knew anything about. And I love that. It's so fresh and shiny, but also delivers on expectations you might have had, which is such a rare and hard thing to do, I think. What took you so long? We have much to discuss and scant time to do it. Gods, I can hardly believe the Loporrits managed to find Meteon out there, hidden among the stars. The sheer distances involved are mind-boggling. Before coming, I thought to inquire after our comrades abroad. It seems that the effects of the final days have been observed further and further north of Garlemald. For a blessing, those regions are largely uninhabited, but in any event, we mustn't misinterpret this as a geographical spread. There is no telling where in the world the phenomenon will strike next, unfortunately. While the Forum is not here in its entirety to brood and glare at us, Master Barney's presence alone is enough to put me on edge. Not feeling any ill effects from the Itioscope, are you? After playing test subject for those new Aetherites, even the mention of ether sickness makes me feel a little queasy. Oh, thank Grid. I'm glad it was better the second time around, though. How did you sleep? Well, I should hope. It's likely the last opportunity we will have to My eyes are all fuzzy from crying, and I'm gonna use that as my excuse this time. Well, I should hope. It's likely the last opportunity we will have to take a proper rest for quite some time. I probably could have done with a few more winks myself. Oh no, Graha! Somebody get this boy some Starbucks! The thought of what's to come was keeping me awake, you see, so I thought to do a bit of research, hoping I might eventually feel myself weary enough to doze off. But before I realized it, it was already morning. No need to scold me, I already regret it, and will probably only feel that regret more keenly as the day wears on. There's that don't work too hard and make sure you sleep. Graha, where in the world could they have gotten that from, huh? Hydaelyn, the heart of this star, is gone. And yet, on the morrow, the sun will rise, and life will go on. When I look upon Sharlayan and its idyllic surroundings, there are moments when her absence feels unreal, as do the final days. Would that it were so. Since the final days first manifested, we've been tested as never before, even more so in your case. Nevertheless, our work is far from over. We cannot afford to falter now, not when the end is in sight. I fear our recent travails within Labyrinthos and the Ethereal Sea have taken their toll on my mind. For last night, I received a visitor in my dreams. Moonbreeder. A vision not of the woman she was, nay, but the woman she would have become. If we can't bring back Emmett and Hythlodius, can we at least have Moonbreeder? If they at least in Orianje's dreams made a version of her as the woman she would become, can we have one Lady Rugadin back in the main lineup, please and thank you? Did I do these two? Yes, okay. We have not done a barn door. If you would know the reason for this assembly, you would better ask Master Levior. Okay, tell us what's happening. I'm guessing we probably have one more zone then? Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loperates have deduced the whereabouts of Meteon by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. I like how Alice is like, wow, what? What? She looks so shocked, and it's like, girl, you already knew all this. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule. I was waiting for the little head tilt that she does. Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess enough ether to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our hyperhopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean... Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loperate's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed of the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would prefer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly... I'll try again. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glacies, nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loperates, too, willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for Etheres and its people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, an otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Meteon. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Etheres until you brought us here, Urianger. And now, we're enamored with the place. So what choice do we have but not to save it? But what choice do we have but to save it? I'm very excited. And I misspoke a little bit. Of course, none of this is possible without you in the Scions, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? Everybody's looking at us! Yes! Hell yes! Hell to the double hell yes! We'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Yes, we will! Yes, we will! It was time to state our intentions. Our faith. Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision. And begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Loporrit will coordinate with the Ilsabard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. They cannot give us another, like, run around of side quests. They can't! For now, pray take your ease. Put me on the place on the farthest edges of space. 'Twould seem there is naught to do but rest and prepare. Shall we? Maybe we'll get little scenes with everybody or something. That'd be nice too. I can do that too. But I also very much want to go see this last thing. We probably, have one zone, one trial left? Oh, I would love it so much if we had another dungeon, but I'm not expecting too much. As you can imagine, not all forum members were willing to endorse this plan. Through no fault of yours, of course. Given what is at stake, it is only natural that opinions are divided. That said, the final decision... I was just saying to myself, I was like, no more mess-ups, Rook! That said, the final decision was reached with an overwhelming majority, much to my surprise. No need to worry about lending a hand with the Hyperhopper. We already have more than enough help, so go and relax while you can. There is much to be done before the Ark can be made ready for your voyage. Would that I could be afforded time to speak with Alphino and Alice. Alas, I can but pray they find a moment of quiet calm before the journey to come. I mean, Fortuno, look, okay, you and I, we're fine now. We're mostly fine now. But I will say this, if your children are about to go to avert the destruction of the entire star, and there's a good chance that they may not even make it back because the thing they're about to face has wiped out so many people, and may not even be on a planet that's habitable in any way, shape, or form. How do you get out of this circle room? I gotta go over here, I think. Then you probably should make some time to say goodbye to them and hug them and tell them that you love them, especially considering all the nonsense you pulled, but I understand that you are helping them in the way that you can, right? I get that, and you did a good apology, and I have accepted it. And you've learned from your past mistakes, so. I wasn't expecting to have time on our hands. What should we do? Go get food together! We gotta have one more meal together before the end! In all honesty, I didn't think the Forum would approve this measure, and certainly not by such a large margin. I dare say, though, that Master Fortuno's impassioned recounting of your audience with Hydaelyn helped sway the vote. He has a way with words, after all. Where do you think Alphino got that from? I should very much like to speak with the Loporrit once their work is complete. 'Tis plain Hydaelyn has entrusted them with a great deal of knowledge, and I suspect there is more they could teach us. A rare opportunity to rest. I say we make the most of it. Can we get some hijinks and some laughter? I need it after crying so much. Perhaps now I can finish that book I was reading. Well, what? Oh, pay me no mind. I'm sure you have better things to do with the time afforded us. I would sit and read a book with you, and I would eat sandwiches that we made together, Graha, any day. You're right up there. I extend the invitation to join the holy quintet, as it were. Quartet. Right. You joining would make it a quintet. Unfortunately, it's actually back down to a quartet now, assuming Emma and Hythlodius make it back. They bid us rest, but I'd much rather find something productive to do. I suppose now is as good a time as any to hone my lance. Is that what we're calling it? Not that I've ever found it to be dull. Oh yeah, it's always just real sharp, huh? It doesn't really work, but you know what? I'm sticking by it. Still, it eases my mind on the eve of a battle. Me too, bud. I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. It's been a long playthrough. Sorry. Family adjacent. The Forum hath placed the fate of mankind in our hands. We must not betray their faith. Everybody else? Yep, okay. Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite. Though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteon as we are. Which leaves the not-so-small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the dynamics for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest, and make most of the time we've been afforded. Did Tataru make us a feast? Please tell me she made us all dinner. The meeting's over, isn't it? Oh, you were in there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say? The edge of creation. I see. Nobody's heart is bigger than Tataru. If anybody would be able to just kick butt in Dynamis form, it'd be Tataru, you know? Rest assured, everything will remain in order until your return. And you will return. Actually, Valka, could I borrow you for a moment? Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Baldessian Annex, alright? Okay. Okay. Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you. What is it? Did Tataru open up her own shop or something there? Or like a face for the scions, or maybe we get another outfit change? Yes, please, and thank you. I would love all the outfit changes this expansion. Especially since so many of the dungeons reused gear appearances. With one notable exception. And weapons. The weapons were amazing, this expansion that we got from the different dungeons. Okay, she's over here. Anytime I come here now, I'm gonna wanna cry. She did! Welcome, Valka, to Taru's boutique. I've always done my best to provide the scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorite, but you are the warrior of light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. Is it actually good? Oh, please be good. Oh, please be a really good set, please! But then, inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Sharlayan. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought. Varsarud, how are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We will be ready to open shortly. Look at her realizing her dreams, which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? If you could wait here just a short while longer, we'll have everything up and running in no time. Okay, I'll wait. Cannot be skipped. Wait for Tataru's boutique to open. Are they giving us like an option of outfits to give us an iconic look for the end or something? That would be incredible. I can't imagine that's it. We'll probably just get like an outfit, right? If even. She already gave us one. And we got one in Amarat, which I guess does help. It helps balance out some of the other stuff. I don't know who this is. Ah, I did not expect to find you here. Dragon, dragon, dragon. Dragon, dragon, dragon. I wonder if they're gonna do like a little run by of everybody. I imagine Nidhana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. This simulacrum, too, will stay in Sharlayan, while I oversee matters at Radzatan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Vashon! I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose, and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Radzatan, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me! Your artisans have taught me so much about Thavnarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mistress Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the Forum's decision, of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey onto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail, and restore peace and tranquility to this star. Ooh, good options! I'm gonna say this one, I think. I do wish Ahawan were alive to see it, but again, I think a lot of this has been about, I don't know, making peace with a lot of things in the past and grief and all kinds of things, but, I don't know, maybe I do want to say Ahawan. I don't know, that feels too despairing at this moment of hope. It's not really despairing, you know what I mean? But yes, okay. I should like to visit Radzatan again when this is all over. And we should be honored to receive you. There is still much of Radzatan you have yet to see. And we're gonna see it all. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Bye! Somebody else? I'm sure there's gonna be more. This is again that kind of like, and now a bunch of people will encounter you kind of thing like we saw at the Crystarium. Like that one poor man just in full plate armor. What is going on over there? Who is next? Who is this? Ugh. Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of flavor? Oh, it's a Manolane. I went for the other stinky boy. There's a lot of stinky boys in this game. Good boys. Some bad stinky, some good stinky. Welcome, my old girl! My, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I had been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more flair, perhaps, befitting a man of my station. Though I have no better to flaunt said raiment so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. Aye, the young Lord Fulton assists that. So long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Sharlayan. Thus do I toil, though every fibre of my being rails against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute, sicker to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with extra busy work. And without Honor Roy here, there is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Sharlayan delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This would be the actual suggestion, but I'm doing it. Have you tried Archon Loaf? You can find it in all the shops. Archon Loaf? It sounds sophisticated. Like me. I thank you for your suggestion. With a belly full, I dare say I can endure this purgatory if only a while longer. Ta-ta, old girl. Bye-bye, have fun. How many other people picked Archon Loaf? I'm sure a ton. I'm like, yeah, I know where you can get a meal. I will not tell you, though. Because you are still an experience, my friend. Well, well, is that Valka and Tataru I spy? I'm just doing neutral until I figure out who it is. Oh, okay. Hancock? What are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straightways to Kugane once I have finished. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage. She wounds me. The industrious woman running a new boutique. I'm not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage, but on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bokairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenard Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. I'm gonna take you up on that! Will there be lemon cakes? Oh, a woman of tart tastes, I see. And in real life, I cannot get enough of lemon. I love lemon in everything. Savory foods, sweet foods, soups. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer. Tataru! But let us speak more of this upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until we next meet. Bye! I give him a jazzy voice because they always play the jazzy music with him and he wears those silly sunglasses. Who next? Hopefully somebody we like a little bit more. I very much loved our first visitor. The other two, they're okay. They're fine. I don't really mind. I don't want to see Sickard. Maybe that's it. Nope. Ah, Valka. Decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? Ah, Biggs and Wedge, I am happy to see them. I want to see Sid and Nero, too. I don't remember what accents I gave them in the past, so... Tataru! Wedge also has a big old crush on Tataru. Biggs! Wedge! I take it work at the Ark proceeds apace? Indeed, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Sharlayan and the Radzatan has been... I messed up everything so bad, we're going back again. It does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Sharlayan and Radzatan has been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Loperites. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. I can't wait for you to see it. And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Sharlayan. Alpha! I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in a time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us in Sharlayan. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day by just being there. It's still hard to believe we have the means to send you off in the great expanse, though, to the farthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. To think how much I'd have missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a caught chocobo. Haha, there is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Valka. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend. That we do. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. Bye, friends! Ask her on a date! Ask her on a date! Do it! Do it! No, you coward! You'll never find happiness at this rate! I mean, he has happiness in other ways. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Please let the ensemble be really good. Please let the ensemble be really good. Please let it be iconic and good. And let the headpiece work on Vieira. Please. Right. I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsarud from Palaka Stand. Varsharud, maybe? That seems like more of a name. Varsharud. Haven't we met before? We did. Ah, yes. It was you who helped us at Purusha, and again when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mr. Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnair, but we are here today, and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did, by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sands, from the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's Ruby Bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and again. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well. But I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promised to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Did I get close? Yes, they're gonna be right here, I bet. I was like, hold up a minute. My inventory is almost full, but I didn't get a message saying that it was. I got Ammon's card? Great, time to go burn that and toss it in a dumpster. I use it. She's a merchant. In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiment and weaponry for every need. So please, feel free to browse our stock. Please! Oh, you can get job-specific gear. Oh, no, never mind. The gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quest. Oh, I see. I see. I was wondering when they were gonna do this. Okay. Alright. Because you do get dyeable versions from the job quest, which is great. I actually love that they did that. I love that they did that. But I would have loved it if for something like this, they had done, I don't know, like a Warrior of Light ensemble. That would have been so nice. Let's see, though. I don't know. I'm curious about what the... It's the unicorn! I'm so excited about this. I have seen this staff and I have been very, 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 very pumped about it. It's so pretty. Pegasus, I guess. I love it though because the white mage mount that you get is a unicorn. Yes, get it. Okay, what else do we have? Theophany Circlet? And it does work on Viera, yay! We should probably get a full set to go into this next thing. That would be my guess, at least. Theophany Robe. Not that I know if I don't know if it's gonna really... We might still put stuff over it, because it might not really match Valka's style, but... It's tough with Valka, because her aesthetic is very much not, like, traditional white mage by any means. Okay, let's sort out our bad decisions. Okay, I remember what that one looks like, and I'm okay with getting rid of it. Same with those. What does this look like? Oh, right, it's that one. Oh, what else to get rid of? Sabatons of Light! We'll just continue to dump stuff. I'm sure there's better things. What else do we have? Yeah, it's not exactly Valka's style. It is cute, like, don't get me wrong, but the ruffles are not exactly her jam. She looks just unhappy. She just looks like... Why? Why did you do this to me? And we can put our outfit on again. I realize you've still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself, and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to the Baldessian Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I'd suggest speaking with Kryl first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. Alright, let's go find Kryl. Now hold up a minute, 1 second. Give me just 1 second here. Oh, it is the actual dyeable. For a second, I thought, oh, maybe they introduced a dyeable version that you could acquire somehow other than the actual raids. I've been trying to... I'm curious if it's much easier now to get through that final Omegascape raid and get the dyeable versions of these tops, because I would love to have one. But I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not actually sure how hard it is if you have a group and you go in now with everybody at, like, level cap 90, you know? You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru. It was a surprisingly long time in the making. This time I think was a typo. It was a surprisingly long time in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realized, and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Ishola, Thancred, and Urianger have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alice and Graha Tia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better. Alice and Grahatia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenon. As for Alfino and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levailleur estate, though Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! I finally lost my ability to read, well and truly. We will ground ourselves. Should you be feeling peckish, I'd suggest heading to the last stand before Ishtola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle with a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Alright, let's go to where they're eating so that hopefully, in theory, we won't have to do any because our mouths will be full of food. I have been so impressed by the length of this expansion. It has been so long. This is by far, I've actually never gone through and recorded a full expansion like this, especially not within, you know, all the window of release. I just started doing these kind of story playthroughs, patch 5.3 and on, and I've always wanted to go back and like voice the whole thing and do the whole thing. But you can definitely tell when it's a new expansion, you gotta like prepare yourself. There's just so much. And this one was, you know, twice as long, 3 times as long as normal ones. So it's been a lot of dialogue. Good dialogue, but a lot of dialogue. Try as she might, Tataru had no chance of standing between you and a hearty meal. Don't worry, we've saved some for you. Thanks, friends! Hast thou perchance had the opportunity to partake of the rainbow pudding? Owing to its striking flavour and somewhat garish appearance, 'tis quite popular. Indeed, so popular that the last stand stock hath been entirely exhausted. I should hope, at the least. Puddingway did sup upon this most delectable of desserts. I like how all the old people came here. It's like, ah, yeah, those kids off. I guess Graha technically counts as an old person, even if his body was in stasis here, you know? Valka! Come to make our trio a quartet, have you? Please, have a seat, and we'll see about getting you a drink. Thank you. Speaking of which, let me get some hydration while I'm at it. I was hoping we get to have a meal with some of them. Oh... Of course she's having a fine wine.
Your business with Tataru was finished.
Of course she is. You're so classy. I'm surprised they still haven't mentioned the matter of her ether sight.
Oh, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
No, it's been funny. Stola has pizza and meatballs in front of her.
It was like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
So the Circle of Knowing was the group that Louis Soir formed and took into Eorzea to try and prevent the calamity, that then later merged with the Scions and became what we know, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I think I put that somewhere in something. I don't know if it was this playthrough or it was a lore video.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp.
Old people talk.
That which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
Agreed.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine.
So I'm just going to eat my hamburger. And drink my ale.
But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
Whichever her he's talking about, there's so many possibilities and I love it. Oh, just make sure you bring enough ammunition. We'll get through this together. Oh, did you see his precious smile?
On that mission to Dryburn.
That was such a cute smile and laugh. Oh, that was a friend smile.
Then, have we not?
We've changed so much, Thancred. So much. And she's even a dainty eater. Of course she is.
We've come far together.
Oh, she's
And
a
if we have aught
salad.
to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
Ooh, future plans,
With the primals and
huh?
Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In
Let's
all
make a friendship
seriousness,
club.
though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Agreed.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change.
It's pretty amazing.
With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out.
Oh, are the Scions going to disband after this? Or maybe new
After
people
all,
continue to
There
step
is
in?
no shortage of hands to bear the torch.
Maybe they'll
in
all
our stead.
retire, do what they want, study.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
Yes.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess, I too have yearned to see more of the world.
Dad trip.
If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee.
Dad trip!
Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
I don't stick out as much as I used to.
Improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola?
Ishtola
Any
just
grand
laughing at
plans?
them. I love it.
Why, continue my quest for knowledge naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds.
Void Quest setup, maybe. I do have a
It's the
playthrough
least
on
I
YouTube
must
of that
do
too.
if I'm to keep my promise.
She's gonna go back and settle down with that beautiful tiger man that gave her a
Should my
beautiful
pursuits
flower.
prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you.
Maybe.
I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Oh, oh, dad trip. Dad trip ends with seeing Rain all grown up. Ultimate dad trip.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Will our duty ever end? That's the big question, right? Thank you. I will need a big
Here's
goblet.
yours. My apologies for the wait.
I will travel forever, probably.
Shall we make a toast? To victory.
Did you see our happy girl smile? Valka's smile was so content.
To our comrades.
Oh, what a cute cutscene.
To the future of the star.
I love it. I am filled with great joy. Aww. That was so good. Oh, now they're all talking and having fun and telling stories and reminiscing. Ah! Oh, they're so happy. Years of friendship at this point, of seeing things that others would never understand. And yet, the amount of times we've had to sit down with them and really, I mean, you can headcanon that probably there's been a lot of times, but just to actually get to sit down and talk and relate and discuss and share some food and aw. You can always count on your friends to help you maintain perspective. A pity mine takes a perverse pleasure in it. I'd like to think I give as good as I get, though I'd fare better with the occasional assist from our consummate nodder. But it's all in good fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I say, Valka, whence came this simulacrum that standeth beside thee? I see falsely, but Ishtola and Thancred but moments ago employed the self-same doubling magic. All right then, keep thy secrets. And he's a lightweight. Can you love Urianger anymore? Leaving so soon? I suppose it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianger, I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. I'm sorry, I would love to see the bottom of a bottle with Urianger. That would be hilarious. I would tell that story for just months, years, lifetimes to come. Best night ever. Alright, I guess I could have taken the Aether Crystal, but what we can do is go back up here, and then we can go maybe Leveilleur Estate next? Yes. Yeah, I'm feeling it. And then we'll go to the last one with Alice and Graha. I feel like Alphino is like showing off Estinian to his family. Like, this is the man I look up to more than anyone in the whole world. He's like a bigger brother to me. He's in his regular clothes to come visit. He's so cute. Look at him. What? Surely this isn't the first time you've seen me without my armor. It might be. Although I think we did in some of the post-Heavensward cutscenes, maybe? Yes, I think so. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. They're even both wearing blue.
Oh. What brings you here?
These cute boys. I just wanted to see you and spend time with you and...
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil.
I can't get over him. It is just regular clothes.
All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see.
I wanted to come show him to my parents.
My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
So cute. So cute.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
I'll come join you then. I mean,
Well,
only if Alphino wants.
You held your own.
Oh, they already
That was
did,
the
okay.
picture of delight.
He came here for
Might
him
have been
because
delighted myself. Were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink?
he grumpy, but he loved his little brother.
The thought of fleeing crossed my mind. But what then? I'd never hear the end of it. Least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress.
Oh, Alphino, he's just causing a fuss. He doesn't care. He's proud
There
and
was one of
happy
the
he was
things I
here
didn't
with
want to
you.
leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning.
Oh.
Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today.
Alphino's had some amazing lines this expansion.
After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do.
He's happy he came, you know he is. Yeah, that's right.
Seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family.
And your family now. Also, his lovely blue-gray eyes match that blue color so good. Yeah, that's right.
Well, it's past time we were on our way.
He basically called you family, Alphino. That cranky tomato paste boy. He took a shower, he all clean now.
Wait.
He in nice clothes. He calling you family.
Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends.
No, don't do this to me.
But through it all, you didn't give up on me.
I never would. I've made just as many mistakes, if not
To
more.
have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
If you don't at least begrudgingly like Alphino at the end of this, you need to find more compassion in your heart. I know, he was a bad stinky boy not so long ago, but now he's a good stinky boy. I think we can all relate to him. Hindsight is 20/20 and all that, you know? He's learned.
Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
Seems like, oh, feelings.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit.
Look at my stinky boys using their words!
I am ever grateful.
Oh, and being so sweet! Sweet boys! Stinky boys no longer. I suppose I ought to thank both of you as well.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Hydaelyn meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
Yes, we will. My sweet boys. This is so cute. This is precious. I needed this little palate cleanser after the great crying. After Answer's emotional devastation part 5. Such good boys! All that remains is to return to the annex and give my armor one last polish. I expect Alphino his maintenance to carry out on those floating things of his, too. A few of our comrades decided to remain a while in Sharlayan after making their deliveries. Did you happen to pass any on your way here? Oh, I didn't even look for them! Oh, although we did see the ones. We saw the ones that came to the market, right? But I wonder if there are some that are kind of populating the areas currently. That'd be kind of cute. Studium! Last friendship time! Let's go! This is just the right amount of things to do. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like they're really slowing down the pacing, but it does feel like it's a really important moment to reflect and connect. And gosh, I am so grateful. I mean, like, Valka as a character would be so grateful to those two for what they did. And to hear them say their thanks and to get to share yours. You gotta say thank you to your friends sometimes. Thank them for putting up with you. Apologize when you need to apologize. Reach out, make some new friends. It's something I think we forget all the time. I've been trying recently to just, when the thought strikes me, more frequently just message somebody like, hey, I love you. Hey, I care about you. Thanks for being in my life. Like, it's not always easy to remember, but sometimes I'm like, yes, right now, I'm gonna do it. I have the inspiration. We're gonna go. Oh, fancy. Look at that fancy boy. It's a beautiful fancy boy. I'm sorry. If that's anybody's character, which it is, but if anybody who watches this, I apologize. They're falling asleep. You try speaking with Alice, but she is fast asleep. Can I please carry them to their beds? I'm the warrior of light. I'll put one over either shoulder. I'll carry them to their beds. Let's go tuck them in. They're sleepy. Or can I go in the middle and they can just both sleep? Oh no, they're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, just sit with them. Maybe take a nap too. It's a nap time. We're all just taking a nap. This is amazing. This is very good and pure. Kryle. Kryle's like, oh, they're all sleeping.
Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late.
Their little nodding off motion is just
Unlike
too
you and
endearing.
others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry.
Kryle, you have done so much. Don't even.
Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over.
My happiness is right here. It's with all of you.
From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world.
That's another one of those moments where it feels like they're talking more to the players, you know what I mean? You all do deserve the joy in the world.
There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Thanks, Kryle. Good morning, sleepies.
This feels familiar.
Well, you did wake up to my face once more.
Well, 'tis good to be. Wait. What am I? Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Yeah, you both did, you sleepies.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
We had a whole conversation.
How embarrassing.
We took pictures of you on our tombstones to cherish and mock you with in equal measure.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
I will delete the pictures. I won't.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
Talking,
I had a
snoozing.
few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
Yeah, don't let the world possibly end with that hanging over your head, you know? It's a secret. I drew marker pictures all over your faces. You have a very nice mustache. Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. And the sound of your cute snores. Ooh. Look at them all. That felt like a really good flow to the day, you know? Oh, felt like a good flow. Oh, down here, really? Oh, I see. It's just not that far. I am constantly surprised by the location of the Baldessian Annex. I know I shouldn't be at this point. We have been there plenty of times. It doesn't even really, it's like, but somehow every time I'm like, it's there? Huh. Fascinating. Did it move? This music. Okay, let's turn in, I guess. Welcome back, Valka. Return to catch a final few winks before embarking on your mission, I presume. You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. Do I have anything in my inventory that would suffice as sleeping garments? This is my next question. Anything at all? What do we got? That's a little better. Do I have some pants to put with it, or just my underpants? Just underpants. Even worse underpants! Even worse underpants! Triple worse underpants! Well, you can see what I have most recently glamored many of my items to look like! Sorry, everybody, the secret's out. Sorry you had to find out this way! Pray forgive me. Insufficient armory chest space. Forgive me for that, too. What are these? Oh, right. Oh, I mean, they're pretty good. I can always get them again, though. So we'll discard those for now. So I can unequip these. This is kind of a bedtime ensemble. I'm gonna... Oh, if I take those off, though, we just have weird open feeties. You know, the open feeties feel weird to me. They feel weird to me. But any shoes in bed feel weird to me. But Valka's also not much of a Moogle. Of a Moogle shoes gal. Well... Oh, I have an idea! I have an idea! Ha ha! That kind of works, right? That sort of looks like you would sleep in it, right? Kind of. Do I have anything else that looks more sleepy time? Not really. Alright, this is it. This is our sleepy time look. We've done it. Any other pants that don't look... How do these look without... Oh, they're just about as bad. I mean, okay. How about these if we remove... Better or worse is the question. We can dye them too. You know what? I think this is fine. This is fine. Now our immersion can be complete. Watch, we are not going to even have another sleeping night scene. We have to. Right, we're gonna get more weird bubbles dreams. Because we were in the ethereal sea. Oh, maybe not. That night at the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo. Is Xenos... I'm still waiting to see how they're gonna use Xenos. Right now, I just really have no investment in him whatsoever, nor do I care that he still exists. But we still don't know what's happening with, like, the spirit he might have joined with. We don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. So I guess it makes sense that he shows up. I just hope they actually make it feel like he's worthwhile in the end.
What you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Alice, I cut him to the quick. You won't. He's doing some self-introspection right now. I have faith the team will make him super
Transcendent
relevant.
moment, what was it that I sought in you?
Good question, bud, because we sure don't know. A worthy adversary?
And what was it that you sought in me?
Nothing. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need to go in there. In theory, I have many boyfriends and girlfriends. But you know, shape up, Xenos. Win me over with some heartfelt cutscenes, and maybe I'll be into those flaxen locks. And thus it dawns. A cutscene of me in my PJs. It was all for nothing. It's a day of reckoning. Dang it, I'm in my PJs to go see the forum. This was the worst possible outcome. This is what I'm wearing. This is what I'm wearing for the final reckoning. My pajamas. Okay, it's not the forum. I made so many mistakes. This is why they need to tell me how to dress for every cutscene. I'm sorry, I've got to be quiet. This is very serious. I'm just gonna be laughing because I'm in these stupid pajamas the whole time.
How often have we thus assembled?
In our pajamas. Curses.
To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
We're gonna get over it. We're gonna embrace what's about to happen.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments. From the joyous to the sorrowful.
I think one of the first moments in this game where I was actually like, oh my gosh, they're not pulling any punches, was that attack on the Rising Stones. That was something that still sticks with me to this day. That was so emotional. First death as well, I think? Maybe first death?
We've had occasion to call other places home too.
We have.
Be it Ishgard or Kugane. We were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium. To stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
That was Graha being like, why is Valka wearing her pajamas? I won't ask. She can do whatever she wants. She's the warrior of light.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
Yep, I'm ready. It's okay. The ensemble could be much worse and much more inappropriate.
The Ark is ready.
If we'd put on the Moogle slippers, it would have really been a disaster here.
The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule.
We'll be back. We're gonna come back, don't worry. Oh, look at everybody.
Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon.
Or show Meteon a different way. At least one of them, the one we like.
As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
It'd be really great if they gave me a little thing that wasn't right now that was like, hey, you're about to launch into a bunch of cutscenes. Do you really want to do this right now, or do you need some more time to wrap things up so you can change out of your pajamas?
We are.
Nope, we're good. We're ready.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words.
Is there a little piece of Hydaelyn still? No, okay.
You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Thank you, Cryo.
Let us be off then.
Okay, let me change real quick though. I gotta change my outfit. You all woke me up really early for this meeting. I did stay up the whole night tossing and turning. See, I'm gonna bring it into the story. I'm gonna justify why I showed up in my pajamas.
Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
Thank you, Tataru, we will! You too, Tataru. Oh, this is it. This is... We really are almost to the end. Probably last zone. Last leg. Yay, I can change out my pajamas. I made a mistake. Don't be like me.